All right, and I just got word we are now ready for that dark ending Dapless run by Roaming Merc. Merc, whenever you're ready, let's dap.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, 1 second. Gotta grab this. There we go.
I
Okay.
can
Hi.
see.
You can see, yeah, sorry. I forgot whenever we transferred over, it's gonna kill my stream, so had to restream. But hi, everyone. I'm Roaming Merc. I'll be running this with my friend here, RJ, who introduced me to this game. And yeah, RJ, you want to introduce yourself too?
Yeah, I'm RJ. I like to find little indie gems like DAP. And unfortunately, I was supposed to be doing a race with Roby Merc, but unfortunately, I had a bit of an accident doing yard work yesterday, and my hand is kind of trashed right now. So it's just going to be Merc, but I can promise you, we've been both putting in a ton of work, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this game's really, really fun, both casually and the speedrun. We'll kind of get to it. There's going to be a little bit of a prologue to dash through, but we are using the Dapless category, which is essentially like any percent, but we just like the name Dapless because we'll explain the mechanic that here in a bit.
Any
But
percent is lame. Everybody should stop naming everything any percent and think of fun
that's right.
names for your speedruns.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and start since there's a little bit of a prologue and things like that. So once this hold button fulfills, we'll say go. So whenever you guys are ready, we could do a countdown here in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. But yeah, this game's very cute. It's also very scary. And kind of difficult. Because there's some moments in certain chapters that are straight up vanilla whenever we're doing the run here, but for the most part, we're going to be doing a lot of clipping and optimization and things like that. So, um, and yeah, it's just a lot of dashing around and not collecting any DAP allies, which the game's main focus is, at least casually, is to get all these little allies with you to get new abilities and specials and attacks. But we're going to forego all of that and just basically run to the end as fast as possible because that is faster.
Yeah, if you're wondering how this game plays, it's basically like if Pikmin was scary indie aliens mixed with like a stick shooter. So the whole point of the Dapless thing, like Merc says, is you would be recruiting extra Daps to help you solve puzzles, like in Pikmin helping you solve puzzles and whatnot, but we're not going to get any of them.
Mm-hmm.
In about like 30-ish seconds, we'll see the tech that really broke this game and made it so this category was even possible.
Yeah, so whenever RJ was doing speedruns of this, we didn't discover any sort of the wall clips or anything like that, and he was playing the game just normally, glitchless, which he still has the run up on the board. But once we discovered we can just clip through basically any wall in the game, we just said, well, this is kind of more interesting in a way, but it's also a lot more room for error because we have to get up to the wall we want to clip through, and we'll show here in a second. And then we have to
Yeah.
pause the game and dash at the same time, and that will allow our DAP guy to essentially clip through the wall, and then we can kind of wiggle our way around out of bounds.
Yeah, not that my run, like the whatever you would consider a glitchless run, is infallible by any means, but this tech did save 45 minutes over it, so I'm like, yeah, let's do that. So here you go. Merg is using the dash button and pausing. It's basically like dashing right before pausing, but when you pause, it allows the dash to keep going, but loses all contact with the wall. And then once you're inside the wall enough, you could just point the other way and kind of dash your way through it. So this part looks like nonsense. It's because we're out of bounds in the ether of Dap's world. But eventually it will be coming back into light. And most of the skips aren't just pure black screen like this, so you'll kind of see more movement in what's going on. But
So yeah, normally I
you
want to try
know,
and get these switches and things with other DAP friends and whatnot. Like, well, this one you can just walk right through. They didn't look at that one.
yeah, there's 2 doors in the game that we actually don't need to clip through, and that was one of them. So yeah, walls, doors, merely a concept of this speed run. You could just go through them. You see
If I can
Merc
break in
actually a little
here
bit of sorry.
real quick here. No,
Just
you're good.
go ahead. Go ahead.
We just broke through the 200-pound barrier just a few minutes ago, so keep it going, chat. We're gonna keep rolling there. That's all I wanted to say. You can keep talking.
All right. Yeah, so this is like this first level is honestly kind of chaos, and in my opinion, it might honestly be the most difficult level in the entire game.
I agree. It's probably one of the hardest resets because you're just so stacked against whatever they're throwing at you right now.
So that very first section, getting bombarded by a bunch of dark daps. The dark daps outlined in red are bad. Go figure. They hurt you if they touch you. There's a bunch of them. It's really easy to die there, especially if. And one thing we haven't really touched on is that Merc, while moving around, is meleeing and dashing at the same time, which is a faster way of moving. But there is a stamina bar in the top left corner, and you can see it going down as he is dashing through the levels. Dashing through mushrooms refills that stamina for however many mushrooms you can dash through. And we'll try to be using that as we move through the game, but we'll also be trying to use our stamina in smart ways where we don't just get completely overrun by the game's enemies, but also still having enough stamina to phase through or clip through walls when we need to do it. So it's a lot of stamina management and pathing through the levels. But, just like that, the first level's done.
Yep. And there's 8 chapters in the game, so it goes by pretty quickly. And yeah, this game is very, very pretty. It's hard to show on stream because whenever you're playing the game versus what you see on stream, like it gets bit crushed so badly. But I recommend picking up this game. It goes on Steam sale pretty often I think there's a Steam sale coming up on Monday. So check it out. It's like going to probably be like $3-4 or something like that. It's a really beautiful game. Really
yeah,
good,
it honestly might be one of the most anti-bitrate games I've ever played.
Yeah, it crushes it pretty bad.
Here we got a little bit of the story's kind of lore going on. This evil spirit has destroyed the little Dap forest, which I guess I'm likening more to like a spiritual realm where all of these Daps are. And once that place is destroyed, the Dap that we are is traversing this planet trying to fix that forest. But for some reason, this little dark Dap is like a huge jerk and trying to like stop us along with this evil spirit.
What a jerk.
Yeah, they like talking about darkness a lot.
Can I talk about something very briefly that's not about darkness?
Oh,
absolutely.
We just got a 50-pound donation from 12th Gear, who says, "Shout out to Peace Egg." Who's that? "For putting Time Tick and this cause on my radar. I know you can crush your goal. Yes, let's keep rolling towards that goal. I'll be back a little later. Let you keep talking. I'll break in a little later with some of those goals."
Heck yeah, this level doesn't have a whole lot going on, so let's chat a little bit. Let's talk, chat.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, go
Actually,
ahead. If you got more, keep going.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I was actually going to say I can talk about those goals that we've got coming up because
Yes, please.
Yeah, sorry, I thought there was more things to say here, and if we're just running here, we need to be running towards our next milestone, which is 350 pounds. We're under 100 pounds from that now. That unlocks another run from me. I keep being mean towards myself. I shouldn't do that here. But after I'm done running Drive Me to Hell later on today, if we reach 350 pounds by the end of that run, I will jump into a second game for y'all, Dead End Road, which is another cool PS1-esque driving game. Again, every donation you make, you don't have to check any boxes, tick any marks, anything like that. It just goes towards that. And also, there's still the incentives. There's the polls for naming the protagonist for Dead Letter Department, which, let me check with the status of that if I can. And there's also Saving Computer Chan. Oh, I see Truck-kun is pulled ahead by 5 pounds. So, Truck-kun, if you want to keep that, you maybe give it some buffer to protect it from Horror-sama. Up to you. But keep your donations rolling in. You can pick a poll, you can pick a target for Saving Computer Chan, and every dollar goes to helping safen our world and getting Dead End Road unlocked.
Nice.
Perfect, and that was just enough time to get all the way through level 2. Chapter 2 doesn't really have. We could skip all of the puzzles and anything that we would need to do. It's basically just move through the level as cleanly as possible to the end kind of level. Now, this next
Yeah.
level is a lot different.
This one is very scary too. There's also maybe an audio warning because this is probably the loudest moment in the game upcoming. So get your ears prepared.
We couldn't come up with like a good incentive for this game as far as donations were concerned. So chat, I have a mission for you. If we can hit that 300-pound barrier by the end of this run, which is only $25 away, so if there's another donation to talk about real quick, we can.
Yeah, we just got an anonymous donor who put in 25 pounds.
Ooh.
No comment on that, but thank you so much. That does put us within 25 pounds of that 300-pound mark.
So if we get there,
going.
I will donate 50 pounds myself towards the cause.
Whoa, okay, chat. That's a challenge put down. That's a matching challenge right there.
He's putting
You know
it down.
what to do.
That RJ guy.
So level 3 starts out kind of peacefully. We're just kind of
Yeah,
activating these switches. Look at all our happy little DAP friends.
There's a little
They're just having a
concert
good old
here.
time. There's a little tree organ pipe thing. Oh, just kidding. They're all transformed into these squid ghosts, and we die.
The worst enemy in the game, and we'll see why here in a minute.
This game likes to do that. They're like, here's a happy little scene. Everyone's dead.
All too common in DAP.
So you'll notice in the top left corner, our health is that white shape. So any part that's missing is technically missing health. So for some reason, when you die and come back in this level, it doesn't even give you full health. And then this section coming up is pretty tough. So I'm going to let Merc focus for a sec.
Yeah, there's like a kind of a weird pathing to this. Sometimes the ghosts will do the same thing, sometimes they won't. There's little trees I'm avoiding that will reach out and grab you that are crazy range. And that was actually kind of clean, so I'm really happy.
Yeah, it was really clean. You made it. I made it sound way scarier than it was.
Yeah,
there was never any problems.
Yeah, but that's honestly one of the hardest like areas to learn is just that zone because that is something we don't clip through. That's slower. And there's just so many ghosts in different spots. There's little trees that grab you and just do damage. And that's all just vanilla. Like, you just have to lock in on all that and figure out where everything is and just kind of know.
And getting hit by... There will be more of these squid ghosts coming up. But if you get hit by them 3 times, you die. So
Yeah.
you have 3... And it's... The hitboxes are wacky a little bit, too. I paused my stream the other day where it hit me, and I was, like... probably a good 10-15 pixels away from it still, so it is honestly quite challenging to get through. Merc did it like it was nothing.
Like nothing.
Wow, look at all these daps. I sure hope nothing bad happens to them.
Yeah, just a little dap chant. That's fine.
This game is broken down into 2 sections. Basically, we're in the first section. Chapters 1 through 3 is the first sections. Chapters 4 through 6 is the next section. And at the end, there's always a chase scene of the section, and this is our first chase scene, which can be a little antsy, but Merc has a lot of health, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that because there's not a way to really get potions in this area too. So it's just slow, obviously, just to get fire, to make a campfire, to convert mushrooms into health. So we just have to just YOLO it and hope for the best. But yeah, since I have no damage from that first section, I'm pretty happy here.
Yeah, it should be okay. The big fire deer head ghost thing chasing us is a 1-hit kill. You'll see eventually in a second here more of these squid ghosts are coming out, but we're doing great. We're almost there. Like it's nothing.
Nice,
Very
I'm happy with
nice.
that. I'm happy with that one, yeah. But also something else about this, just to go back and talk about the Dapless category. Is that you do go around and get all these little Dap allies and things like that. That's kind of one of the requirements for the light ending. Is you want to collect at least 120 Dap friends. So we're not getting the light ending because we're not getting any. But you also need to collect all these different little tree seeds that you need to plant in the spiritual realm, which is basically the home base between each chapter. And you need to use your resources to grow each of the trees. And they'll kind of grow over time between the chapters as well. But we're just going to ignore that entire mechanic and just go to the end and say we don't need trees.
Who needs trees anyway? We're speed running. And at the end of these 2 sections, we get an orb. Everybody loves a good orb in a speed run. So we need to find 2 of them. And put them into a door that we've kind of ignored up to this point. If you're playing casually, you would probably have seen the door already.
Yeah, where you just avoid any of the deer guys to talk to or the doors or anything like that. We just gotta go. We're adapt with the mission. We're gonna fulfill it.
This game is pretty interesting, as in you generally you'll traverse the same areas in different chapters, but it's almost like they're instanced in each chapter. So you can't just skip through the big door, even though you could go see it at any point. The game just doesn't register in the instance that you can see it in, that you can go through it or anything like that. And even if you could, I feel like the game would crash. It's pretty solidly built for doing weird stuff. It won't let you do it.
Yeah, that's another point to make, is that in the spiritual realm, there's this giant door to the north. We'll see at the very end in chapter 8, because that's the end of the game. And you can clip right through that door and get to the final boss. Where am I going? Oh, you can go to the very end and see the final boss and defeat them. But the game doesn't register you as having an ending yet. So you have to go all the way through every single chapter to chapter 8 to get this one flag, because then it'll say, okay, you qualify for the dark ending. But yeah, you can get to the end and fight the final boss, but you just soft lock. You can't go anywhere because it doesn't know what to do.
You see, once we get our orb, we give it to a Chozo statue from Metroid.
Little bird. We're gonna skip this cutscene here. There's a little dark dap there we're gonna avoid. He just kind of runs off. It's like, what, 7 seconds or something like that?
Yeah, I think it basically runs all the way down here almost. Not quite the whole way, but... It's a funny little time save that just, I think, happened almost inadvertently.
Yeah, RJ was just like, I'm just going to hug this wall. And then he's like, wait, what? We can skip this cutscene? I was like, oh, okay. I guess we can just skip this. This game is just full of happy accidents and the speed tech and things like that. It's like, I didn't mean to do that. No. Oh, hey, that's faster.
So here you go. As you can see, the switch for that gate is actually on the other side. So you're definitely not supposed to be going this way quite yet.
But we will.
Yeah, but we will. And do.
While we're doing this traversal, do we have time for a quick message?
Yeah, go for it.
So I want to remind everybody, RJ put down the challenge earlier. If we hit that 300-pound mark, we get a match of 50 pounds. So do not forget that, chat. I'm not going to let you forget that.
I'll do it too.
Yeah,
he's crazy. He'll do it.
He'll do it. He'll do it. It's out there. But also, I keep mentioning Safe in Our World, and I haven't mentioned in a while what they're all about.
Yeah.
So the main goal of Safe in Our World is to create and foster worldwide mental health awareness within the video game industry, to eliminate the stigma surrounding mental health, to make it a natural topic of discussion, and to promote the dialogue surrounding mental health so people are not afraid to reach out for help if they need it. So that's what your pounds are going to help. So keep them rolling in. Let's get that 300-pound match point, shall we all?
Yeah.
So the end of level 4 is actually quite a thing. It gets a little dicey, but up until basically this, not this screen, the screen after this one, it's basically a lot of just pathing and running into mushrooms and conserving stamina well and whatnot.
And once you start seeing the corruption stuff around everywhere, you just need to be on your toes. Because that's where all the little guys spawn.
Yeah. Oh.
A little smooch from them, that's no big deal.
They just want a hug. They're not so
the
bad.
Low health for this is kind of annoying though, but oh well.
Yeah, it's all right. We're gonna have to see. This is honestly probably one of the most RNG spots of maybe the only real RNG spot is what this boss does. Okay,
Cool,
good. That's what you want. You want him to puke leeches from his eyes, and then we're good.
That's what we would love to see. Just puking leeches from your eyeballs.
Yeah, because he doesn't move anymore.
There's a lot of things I was expecting to hear today during a horror marathon. That was not one of them.
It's this cute little DAP game, I'm telling you. We are really subverting a lot of the puzzles. This game does an incredible job of making you really care about your DAPs. It feels really bad when you lose them. So, but it's like, honestly, I feel like I run this category because I don't want to watch the DAPs die. So I just like, I don't have to get any. They can live forever in their various like prisons.
Yeah, because speaking of like the little DAP guys, it's like, yeah, as you mentioned before, just like a spooky like alien Pikmin type of thing. Yeah, you do lose all your little DAP guys. They have their own little health bars, and like they are used to part like some of your attacks and things like that. And so it's just you feel bad, but you got to get your little buddies.
But yeah, that boss actually is quite a pain in the butt. Can easily it does the hitbox itself and its own movements. It kind of dashes like the little red daps, and then it has a huge hitbox, so you could easily just get double tapped by it. And getting hit twice is almost a death. I think you can take 3 hits at full health. So if you get smooched at all beforehand, like Merc did, that boss becomes a lot scarier if it doesn't just sit there and do nothing. Oh, just like that, we're already on to Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is the shortest level in the entire game, with the least going on.
Yeah, I guess, and least going on in the speedrun, but in the casually, like, this is, I think, a chapter I've spent so much time on, just trying to figure out how to, like, get through and do anything, because I was like, man, I gotta go through this area, like, how am I gonna do that?
Yeah, and the chapter's name is Lost, so it makes sense.
Yep.
It's actually very big, and there's a lot of ways to go and do things.
But we just say, screw that, we're going to the end. So yeah, you can see all these little huts, these little cocoons, have all these little rooms inside. They all have their own little thing. Try and get DAP allies and do something. We just go to the big one that we need to go to the end, and we just say, screw this.
Yeah, and because basically, if most of the ground we're sitting on is water, and to make fire, you need to find like a patch of not water. So you have to like run around, look for water or look for fire in the first place, then find a place to be able to make fire, to get the DAPs, and run all over and solve other puzzles. And then this is a huge thing of corruption. You could not do this without cutting out of bounds here, because I don't know the exact amount of time, but it's not this long. You would never be able to make it, because the whole purpose of this level is to eventually get like a spirit friend to help you get through it. It's a fire keeps you from turning into corruption or succumbing to corruption. So the only way to get through that is to get your fire friend. But just like that, honestly, the level's done already.
Yep.
I really want to revisit the glitchless run, because like I said, there is no way it's actually a good run.
So, yeah, it was like as soon as we found this clip, we were just like, all right, we're just doing that no matter what. We just haven't been back. And I do want to improve the light ending too. It just requires a little bit more in-depth, looking into the routing of the DAPs and things like that, because there is a resource count that you need to worry about for the DAPs, and like how much stuff you need to get to plant.
This next level coming up, not so bad in the speed run, but honestly, casually, probably one of the hardest levels in any game I've ever played ever. It's very difficult.
It's very tough, yeah. And they give you some new abilities, but like you don't want to use it.
The abilities at this level, these ones come at a price. So
yeah, it's like there's a it's like, man, I gotta use this, but I don't want to. Like, it's a little bit of a not gamble, but you do need to just kind of
make sure you do it right.
Yeah.
Oh, RJ, I have a donation that came rolling in.
Oh, baby.
Whoa, let's
Courtesy
hear it.
of Black Cat James, we have a 24, I don't know how to, is it 10 cents? I don't know, 24 pounds and then some 0.31 to put us at an even 300 pounds
Ooh,
Let's
nice.
go.
with the
All
comment
right.
of, I also like nice, round, even numbers. Well, that's about to be blown out of the water because I think we might have a 50-pound donation coming up later on. So
We
stay tuned for
absolutely
that.
will immediately after this run.
Which I guess 350 is also kind of nice and round, but it's I'm not going to complain. It's more than 300. It's good. Keep those donations rolling in.
We're doing great, chat. We're doing it. There you go. We're in level 7. We're cruising through this game.
Doing it. Yeah, we're over halfway.
Oh no, we're still in 6. We just started 6. I'm out of my mind.
It's all good. Okay, I need to not go too high here because I did that in practice and scared myself because there's a tree up there that will grab you.
Yeah, there's
There
like
we
these
go.
random trap trees that exist in a couple of levels, and the range that they can grip you up from is so far.
It's ridiculous. Like, I'm shocked. It's like over half the screen, they'll just grab you. Oh, tree.
I just, like I said, this level is really hard casually, so I just kind of blanked it out of my mind for a second.
Mm-hmm. Here's another gate we can just walk through, maybe? Like, sometimes it'll spawn in a weird spot. Okay.
Yay!
Yeah, it's just an oversight where you can just walk right through the gate.
Here we go. We'll clip out of bounds again here because this is the part of the level. First of all, we skip the ability to even make it into here because if you're paying close attention, you might notice that those gates are a different color, which requires a different ability to get through. And we didn't get that ability, nor do we really want it. It's the ability we said we don't really want.
Yeah, I don't want
It makes me feel bad. So we'll just clip out of bounds and kind of skip the whole thing.
Yeah, unlike the
But
other stages.
honestly, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, unlike the other stages where we can just go around outside the entire area, and exit is, somewhere around that perimeter. This one, the exit is in the center of this entire corruption area where all these enemies are. So we just we'd had to find a way to get back inbounds in a safe spot to get to the next zone.
Yeah, and the space that section, that little screen occupies is not a lot, but the mechanic of the game and how they make you move through it is just so intimidating. It's like, seriously, just play this game. I can't
Yeah.
explain it enough. Emphasize it enough.
Same, yeah. It's just really good casually. Like if you like little indie horror kind of games, and yeah, it's just really well done. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it was made by 2 people, a husband and a wife in Australia.
Yeah, Melting Parrot is the developer. And they haven't had much movement since. I don't know if they are working on something else at all, or if they just wanted to do this one project and be done. But if they make
Yeah,
something, I'll look at whatever they make next.
Absolutely. I know that I don't know which one of them does the art, but I know whoever has done the art has helped a couple of people do art for things. They weren't necessarily games. I was following their accounts and whatnot, but they do occasionally help out with arts. Nice clip.
Thank you.
That was just recently discovered, like 2 days ago, that you can kind of clip from above the door there and go right into it. Saves like a second or two.
Yeah. Because we used to run all the way down around into the door like a chump, but now we can just clip through the wall.
Yeah, exactly what the Clock Tower TV account said. If you like Pikmin, but you want it to scare you a lot, play this game.
Yeah.
So I think before this level is when they talk about the machine. This is the machine they're talking about. Just makes regular daps into dark daps. And
yeah,
here's
there's
another chase sequence.
Yeah, there's a chase sequence with one of the hardest clips to learn, and if you pick up this game, like this, there's another runner, Mel, that was learned and did a couple runs of this game, and this, she said, was like one of the hardest like things to learn. It's because you have to be on point to get to that, because you have a time limit. This guy chasing you, he will not stop. There's no second chances. You have to
Yeah,
put them
same
in
deal. One hit dead from big guy. You're basically in the clear from here. You could bonk a bit here, but As
Yeah.
long as you can hit some of the mushrooms as you're dashing through here, you'll end up.
Yeah, you don't need to hit everything. Just get a couple back, just so you're on a good pace.
Yeah. But you're almost in the clear here. And just for fun, the game's like, what about more ghosts if you take too
more ghost
long?
squid. Why not?
I honestly, so I will say that the game is quite rude with some of the traps they put you in.
Mhm.
And I'm talking like 360 surrounding ghosts when you push a button. And you're like, how do I even get out of this?
Yeah, they like to keep you on your toes.
uh, but yeah, ever since I played it, it's honestly I don't touch the speedrun too much, but it's a game I consistently come back to thinking about.
Hmm.
A true gem.
Yeah. If you go too fast through this area, the game starts to lag because I think it's to like load all these like sprites and trees and things. At least for me, it does. I don't know if it does for RJ.
I have not noticed. I'll have to pay attention, but I'm a very head empty yapper kind of guy when I do
Mhm.
anything, so it probably does it, and I just have never actually noticed. Here's our second orb. And now we're going to be in level 7 after we
Yeah.
come back. So when I
Yeah,
said we were in level 7 like 8 minutes ago, I meant now.
oh, I got fire somewhere.
You
Yeah,
did?
this is another chill. Just dash through everything. There's not really anything to explain. We just gotta move. If you have anything to share, peace egg, feel free.
Yeah, just gonna call it some more of the incentives. Obviously we are going to meet once RJ's matching donation comes rolling in. We're going to get Dead End Road at that point because that'll be the 350
Oh,
pound
baby.
milestone. So look forward to that, chat. There's going to be more time tick, but also there's are a couple incentives just to remind y'all that you can contribute towards. You can change the tide of battle. There's still Save Computer Chan for Dead Letter Department. That is sitting at 79 or so pounds out of the 250 needed to save Computer Chan. Please don't let Computer Chan uh, have whatever is going to happen to it, not spoiling. And also, there's a bid war for named protagonist, and it is still very close. 5 pounds separates Truck-kun from Horror-sama. So just remember, keep those donations rolling in, and don't forget to check polls, targets, that sort of stuff when you're donating through Tiltify.
Way to go, chat. Way to combo into more time tick. That was definitely the plan when I made that donation incentive, so thanks for doing it for me.
You did it!
We did it, chat.
So we were kind of avoiding fire earlier, but now it doesn't matter because we're not going to be going back to the spirit realm until the very end, where it doesn't matter. So, because if you get fire in any other chapters and you go back to the spirit realm, it starts counting down your resources very slowly. And if you avoid fire, it just doesn't do that countdown sequence. So now we can just get fire and not worry about it if we pick it up.
Yeah, and it's getting to the point where we're running this game, and that fire is actually like significant time
Hmm.
added on, especially if you get it in more than like one level.
Right. Like one level is like fine. It's just like
Yeah.
I think 3 or 4 seconds or something like that. But when it's getting down to like sub 40 minutes, it's gonna start mattering.
But yeah, level 7 transitions to level 8 by not going back to the little hub world. So that's why the fire no longer matters. At least for this part. I guess if you got fire in 8, it would matter.
Yeah. No, it won't, because you can just run straight up to the gate. It doesn't matter. Like it'll count down still, but it doesn't.
Oh, right, yeah, because you're not waiting to come back.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
That's
you're still
right, that's right.
Oops. This is a very pretty zone too. It's got a very good soundtrack also for this game. Like, I think when you buy this game, I think it comes with the soundtrack too, and it's just really good. They did a
Yeah,
good
it's
job.
very ambient and sci-fi. It's like my favorite kind of ambient music.
Mm-hmm.
Synthy goodness. we get to see the big daps we were making come back.
First mashing sequence. Most of the dialogue in this game, I guess aside from like the deer guys you talk to, all the mandatory story scenes are auto scrollers, but this is the first one we get to mash, and then a bunch of other future ones in Chapter 8. That is one big dap. That's right.
I honestly love the big daps because they're huge and they make them sound huge. There's like boop, dap, dap, and all the other daps are like these little squeaky cute daps.
Oh,
we discovered that you could actually clip out and walk on top of them for a little while, but if you go too far, the game will crash.
Flashing light warning, by the way, for basically this whole chapter until the very end.
Yeah, this chapter is a little hard on the eyes. It's basically all in black and white, minus the corruption and a little bit of green from mushrooms. And the game will give us some potions, which is how we heal. Generally, we can't get healing at all in this game because you need to make a fire, then use your mushrooms to get a potion. And we're never going to stop to make a fire, basically, except outside of the one it gives us for free. And yeah, so we do get 2 for free, though. And if Merc needs to use one in the corruption at all, it basically... I honestly feel like I can't see a thing. But, nice hitless zone. That's actually recently discovered pathing to get through there without taking any damage. Or less damage, I guess, at least.
So my audio's doing the crackling thing again. I reset my controller.
It's such a weird thing that your controller is what does that.
At least it's the solution is replugging my controller in, but it's fine.
Yeah, here you go. Normally you need to... I think there's like 20-something buttons in this level that you need to hit to open all of these while getting chased around by a bunch of dark daps, but thankfully we could just pretend that's not even a thing. The music is so good in that section, though.
Yeah, the ambient just like thrumming or throbbing, just like doom doom.
Yeah, it's so good. And then here we go, another chase sequence. This one is not nearly as scary as the others. Oh, actually, I guess I won't say that. The end
near the end, it can be.
Yeah, the end is a little dicey. But you do have both of your potions still and full health, so you're kind of cooking.
Yeah, we're good. Now, it's... I guess whenever I get to a point, I'm going to replug my controller back in. I don't know if you guys are hearing the stuttering or not.
For me, it sounds pretty okay.
Okay.
So I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay. Haven't I taken any damage here? What is going on?
Yeah, what is this?
I didn't take any damage. What the
He's
heck?
cheating, everyone. I'm calling it.
I got my infinite health cheat on.
No, honestly, yeah, the difference of getting destroyed and not getting... Oh, yeah, unplugged your controller.
Yeah, I forgot it pauses the game if you unplug it.
That's okay. The difference of like getting destroyed by things and not is honestly bonking off of objects while you're dashing. The minute you hit something and go backwards into a crowd of stuff chasing you, that's when it's over. So we skipped these 2 spears for the most part. We did get to see the fire one to help us get through the last part of the corruption, but we get to skip the other guy.
Yeah, I think it's 2 and 5. They're the ones before the chase sequence. So those guys show up way earlier, but we have no idea who they are, and they just show up and sacrifice their lives to save us. And it's like, oh great, thanks guys.
Thanks, friends. And here's where we become frauds, because as we come to the hub world, if you are noticing, the game's going to actually say that we have a singular DAP. I think the big guy who comes with us here counts as a DAP. But trust me, I didn't want him.
I didn't need him.
Here we go. Actually, we're about to head into the final thing of the game, really. It's not close to time just yet, but this is the final, like, boss of the game. With the Dark Dap. So the Dark Dap kind of mirrors everything we do. So the strat to try and get by this is to melee and then fire a shot at him. Because he won't be able to melee and shoot like we can. So as long as you time your melees and shots correctly, you should be able to shoot him no problem. But he does a lot of damage, so like if you slip up like
Yeah.
twice, I think you die,
He
really.
ends you, yeah, really fast. And there's like some healing throughout the area, but he's just gonna like shoot at you and become a problem. Whoops. Okay, whatever.
He's throwing. Yeah, so
I'm
we need to make a fire
throwing!
here to leave this area.
Yeah, if you miss the parry, you don't get the fire.
And if you were doing the, this is where the difference of the dark ending and the lightning ending comes in. So the whole point of the game is to try and save this little forest here. We'd be planting trees, and the dark ending is just like, you become the dark dap and burn the forest down again.
Mm-hmm. And the cycle continues. But time's coming up here as soon as I hit the switch to the right. I'll call it here soon. And time.
Nice run.
GG.
Thank you.
Like a 39 even almost.
39:03 on my live split. But yeah, that's it. That's a dap.
And as you see, it basically, you're the dark dap that let us out in the first place, even though we didn't end up following it. It's this whole time loop kind of thing. And to break the loop, you get the light ending. So if you want to know what that is, buy dap and play it.
That's right.
That's as good of a pitch as I can think of. Merc, RJ, do you have any shout outs here at the end as we watch these credits?
Just shout out, Clock Tower and just, accepting DAP because we've been, RJ's been trying to get this run into like any marathon and we finally were able to get it accepted here. So thank you guys
Yes,
for
this
that.
was its very first marathon run. Very fun. So thank you so much. You had a time taking the Clock Tower team. We're very excited. Shout outs to the game, to the creators. And if you're interested in running the game, there is no Discord for it. Like, most games have a Discord nowadays, but if you ever want to reach out to either Merc or I, either one of us would be more than happy to help you get started.
No Clock Tower Discord. Will just ping us and we'll help you out.
Thank you both. Again, this has been a fantastic run of DAP. What a good aesthetic this game has. Just absolutely lovely in both visuals and audio and that sort of stuff. So thank you both for showing this off. And hey, other speedrun marathons, take notice. Watch this. Look at this. I'm not biased. I'm just saying, check this out. But thank you both. That was the Dark Ending Dapless run of DAP with Roaming Merc and RJ Smangit on commentary. Thank you both. We have Time Tick 2025 rolling onward, benefiting safe in our world. Stay tuned. We've got more runs just around the corner.